TT Fitness in Your Mouth podcast. We've got today's podcast is brought to you by Yazoo. Do you want to tell them about Yazoo, Ollie?
Yazoo is a lovely chocolate milk, very nice, very chocolatey. A lot of protein in this, it even says on the bottle, I'm high in protein.
Yes.
That means you know it's high.
Let's have a taste test.
Yeah, I'm here too, guys. I'm here too.
Very chocolatey, very cacao.
Teddy's lactose intolerant, so obviously he's not going to sponsor something that destroys his bowels.
So let's get straight into it. Today we are talking about, what are we talking about?
Talking about our managers.
About our managers, yeah.
And how they coach in their different ways.
Perfect. So why don't you start us off, Ollie?
So obviously I'm doing Carlo Ancelotti. So for our first point, observation analysis, this is during matches, observation analysis, so what the managers will do throughout a game while their players are playing. So Ancelotti is quite chilled during his game when watching. He doesn't tend to talk too much as he likes to put a trust in a lot of his players. So during half time or break, such as a water break if it's too hot, that's when he will show his expertise in tactics to tell his players what to do and what they need to change. Obviously he's very good at tactics as he has a very good squad depth. So at half time he knows if he has to make changes to win the game, he will make them. Moving on to Ollie, go on.
Yeah, I'll go. Instead of doing what Ollie did, I observed the players and tactics of Pep. So I've just had a few here. I've got the hold-up play using Haaland. He's a very strong, very big striker, and he's perfect for the hold-up play. He's good on the turn as well. I've gone for the inverted fullback. People like Gavardiol, great player, comes up, many assists from doing it. And a good part of Pep's game, I believe, is wing play. He's got some of the best wingers in the game, and they're always creating chances, either cutting in or driving down the byline to get the ball across. Although one thing I would say with Pep, sometimes, maybe it's not just Pep, but his team, Manchester City, they tend to get really sloppy on defence towards the end of the game, especially Ederson. He's not the greatest keeper in the world. It's luckily sometimes he's in front behind a great defensive line. But I believe that he's a great sweeper keeper, but a shot stopper, I think he's very poor. Deb, what would you like to say?
About Jose Mourinho, I think he's a very vocal manager. He lets his faults be known to his players, the officials, his opponents, his staff, everyone. He isn't afraid of speaking his mind, so he's a very powerful speaker.
Has he ever been sent off?
Yeah, plenty of
Quite a
times.
few times.
Yeah, plenty of time. He uses knowledge of the game to make important decisions and changes, which could.
Sorry Ted, but have you not heard the story where he hides in the washing bin?
No.
I haven't heard that.
Have you not? When he used to work for, I think it was Porto or some team, he got subbed off one game. Well, he got sent off one game, and to speak to his team during half time, he hid in like the washing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No.
Like, he does what he does to win. Key information for you Yazoo fans.
Back to letting his faults be known to his players, officials, and staff. He's got plenty of yellow and red cards for letting his faults be known to the officials. He over exaggerates, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He gets over the top.
If that's a big game in trouble.
Yeah.
Big trouble.
Recently he got accused of racism.
Did he?
Yeah, in the Turkish league. You probably heard about it.
Oh, I haven't, no.
He said the other team's bench was jumping around like a bunch of monkeys, and it took Didier Drogba to back him up on Instagram, saying Jose Mourinho would never do this.
Yeah, I don't think he would.
What league was it? Was it the Turkish league where that manager got a 9-month ban for getting in the referee's face?
No, that was League One.
That is outrageous.
Yeah.
9 months.
I'm pretty sure it was League One.
He needs to get sacked for that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Right, so are you done yet, Tim?
Yeah, do you want me to move on to fitness test?
You can move straight to fitness.
Go on, explain what we mean by fitness assessment.
So testing the players during pre-season to know they're up to standards, or when they join the club to know what level they're at, so you can see their potential and their limits. Jose Mourinho, like every other manager, will have fitness tests in pre-season. There's a report saying Luke Shaw was impressed by his pre-season antics and standards, and that helped him to become a better player. Yeah,
He was
this is before his injury.
That really has any credibility.
On to you, Walker.
Another piece of information to add about fitness assessment: certain teams have certain rules about their players, such as body fat percentage and many other stuff. So for Real Madrid, the players must have an under 10% body fat. This is to keep them at minimum weight, but also good muscle mass. just to make sure they can move as quickly and agilely as possible. Also, Real Madrid in pre-season use high-tech masks, known as high-altitude masks, as high altitude means you have less oxygen in your lungs. So this means that when you take the mask off, your body will adapt, producing more oxygen cells, meaning more cardiovascular endurance during playing football normally. Moving on to you.
Yeah, so what many Premier League teams do, as well as Pep, for pre-season training, they all fly out to a very hot country.
Such as Mikel Arteta and Dubai.
Yeah, exactly, which may have cost us a few injuries because of it.
Kai Havertz.
But I will say, I believe the reason they adapt with the high altitude training masks for Real Madrid, because there's no need for them to train in hot weather. They're in the hot weather constantly, and being in that hot weather constantly as well is increased risks of heat stroke.
Do you know what high altitude training does?
Yeah, it increases less breath intake.
I just explained it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, being hotter, you sweat more, you exhale more, like you're getting more tired, yeah. So being able to conserve your breathing is very good.
Yeah.
And moving back onto Pep, Pep once again also has the under 10% body fat. He brought this in when he came to Man City to prove that he had a good knowledge of athleticism, and to prove that his players were the best of the best, which has currently helped him a lot. I mean, we saw it in the Euros. Calvin Phillips, after he came back from the Euros bench because he didn't have the right body fat.
It's called fat.
Fat. He was massive. But look, they're like Ted said, many managers, cardiovascular training, especially the bleep test, mainly everyday laps thing, but also game realistic cardiovascular training, box to boxes, keeping them centre mids fit for the season. So before we move on to effective demonstration, we've got a little game. You all know and love it.
That's perfect.
Manager imposter. So we're going to sit these in the middle. We're going to muddle them up.
Go rock, paper, scissors. We'll move the Yazoo to the side for now.
Right, they're all shuffled up.
Keep it in the video, Don't lose our round.
Yeah. Alright, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay, I'm out first, go on. Rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. No.
Alright, go on, Ted. Okay.
You start.
Go on, you start.
I start, yeah. Okay. English.
Inconsistent.
Winner.
Okay. Blue.
London.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Bald.
Okay, Man United. No, you are. No.
Cold.
Championship.
Championship.
I think I know what you mean.
Gonna have to say North.
I think I know who you're talking about, that's the thing.
Who? Ted or me?
No, like the person you're talking about. I don't know what else to say. Did you say Champions League?
Championship.
Championship.
I thought, I was to say, I think you said
I haven't followed this manager's career, so I don't know if
wing play.
Okay, return. Oh, it's your turn, sorry, my bad.
Man City.
Okay, I've gone returned.
Return. Okay.
We'll do one more.
Shock move.
Oh, I know who it is.
Chelsea. Who do
Okay,
you think the imposter is?
I think it's you, Ollie.
I think you should, mate.
Who did you have?
David Moyes.
Who did you have? Enzo.
Enzo, yeah. I knew, yeah. Also, do you know why? I saw your piece of paper.
Yeah, you just hold it out like that, and I realised I'm not even the imposter again. Or
But also, you said 2 words, and also I knew it was you. Because me and Ted were literally on the same wavelength.
yeah, what did you say?
Up north.
He said something.
No, like, the first
He
thing
said London.
the first thing I said, yeah.
Because West Ham.
No, you said London. The first thing I said was blue for Everton.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Because when you said London.
Wait, no, you
Yeah,
said London.
yeah.
I thought I was in the clear.
Oh,
But
that's
then you
right.
said Man City.
And then you said
No, but because he was an assistant coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, the reason I said North is because Everton's up North, mate.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, you tricked yourself.
Yeah.
But
Alright.
moving on,
Go on, Ollie, you can start off with the last one.
we're moving on to effective demonstration. What it means is what the managers do during players' training. So off closed doors to the public, and how they interact with their players and how they do their training sessions. So starting off with me, Carlo Ancelotti. Ancelotti doesn't get involved very much in his training. He lets his staff do most of the work. He makes them sort of the drills out of what they need to improve on. But Real Madrid are a big analysis team, so Ancelotti will do hours of game film before playing a certain team. So he will make the coaches apply that into the certain training session before a game for some reason. So imagine he's playing Barcelona and he knows Barcelona are great on the counter attack. He will get more players to drop back and stay back to prevent that.
Yeah, like in corners and stuff.
Yeah. So moving on to you, Ted.
For Jose Mourinho, he occasionally keeps it brief with if I speak, I'm in big trouble, but usually he wants to like speak on his mind, like I said earlier. He's really involved with his players, maybe too involved as some don't agree with his antics. This is shown in his second spell at Chelsea when he fell out with some of the players and they didn't like him coming back, which later led to him getting sacked, I believe.
Yeah.
Was he sacked? Yeah.
Did he get sacked or did he leave?
I think he got sacked.
He got sacked.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Well,
I think the players turned
What
against him.
season was this? We had William.
2017?
Yeah, so
or
it was
2016?
Well, no, that William was Arsenal at that time, wasn't it?
It's
No,
because
no,
he
he wasn't.
it's because he underperformed
Lockdown.
after the FA
Yeah.
Cup run.
On to you, man.
Okay. So I got a bit of a classic. I'm gonna just like I got 4 points, but I'm gonna explain on them. Yeah. Observer players. So Pep, he's a very observing manager, but when it needs to be, he will definitely get involved. He fixes a problem really easily, with the least amount of trouble. Moving on, keeping it brief. He's a man of few words, but when he speaks, those words are very powerful. If one of the times though, I believe that he went above this and sort of used all of his mind and his thought was the I believe it was the. Do you remember the video of him inside the? I think it's the Champions League final in the changing room. Well, it might have been the game to win the Premier League anyway.
David Silva?
Yeah, with
What am I
David.
about?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, he's using his motivation and his team spirit to make sure his team wins, which I believe is great from a manager. Also, what it does is keep your team together by making them play for each other, and also capitalising on the fact that you have a teammate who your players love, who is in dire need of their help and will love to get the win for them.
Yeah.
Moving on, be visible. I can say everything everyone agrees. Pep has such a commanding presence wherever he goes, and even if he's just in sight, you'll hear him, you'll see him, you'll know he's there.
He leaves his mark everywhere.
Yeah, he leaves his mark everywhere he goes. Exactly. Moving on, keeping a picture in your head. I believe Pep always has a vision of what he wants, and that's to win. Although it may not be like the best thing, he always has the idea of winning that treble, winning the Premier League, winning the Champions League. Maybe that vision this season has altered a bit. Him not being able to win the Premier League and losing out on the Champions League. Where he got an unlucky draw in the qualifiers to Real Madrid. But yeah, I think that's it for today. Thank you everyone for watching our podcast, and I hope to see you in the next one.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah.